What's up, guys? So, as you can see on the screen here, I made about $200 doing Uber Eats. And I just want to pretty much break it down and explain to you guys that you can do the same thing that I did. Now, granted, this might not be an consistent estimate of what you will be making per day. However, this is something that I didn't plan to do, and it just so happens to have happened. And so I just want to share with you guys, and maybe hopefully it can happen for you as well. So essentially, roughly, what I did was I started out my Saturday morning at 8 a.m. and I completed about 25 trips, as you can see on the screen. And that took me about 12 hours. I did the full length. So Uber Eats allows you to do about 12 hours worth of driving delivery time. Anything after that, they will pretty much put your app on pause and you won't be able to drive again until approximately a couple hours after that, so that you get enough rest time and then you can start driving again. So within that time frame of the 12 hours that I was driving for, I was able to complete 25 trips and accumulate a total revenue of $222.25, right? How I did that? I think easily the answer is to just pretty much say location, right? But it's not just about location. You could be in a great location and just be getting some crappy $2 or $3 deliveries or $4 deliveries. And I think what you have to really realize is that not every quality order is what's best. It's sometimes the quantity is what's best, right? And the quantity in my understanding is that I want more $7 orders or $8 orders coming my way than the $4 orders, right? So it doesn't. I don't get bothered at how far I have to drive that $7, right? Because at the end of the day, if I have to do a 40-minute drive, I'll probably just do it. And I'll start out my day doing $7 trips until I get to like $35 or $40. And then I get kind of stingy and I'll be like, all right, you know what? I don't even want to do this $7 no more. I'll keep hitting no and no and no every time a $7 trip come up until I get an $8 trip or a $9 trip. I will set the bar a little higher. Now I'm getting a little more stingy as the time goes on. So yeah, I started out with just accepting $7 trips, and then once I did about 5 of them, I was able to make $35 right there within the first hour, right? After that, I said, all right, I'm gonna drive to a different location, and as I'm on my way, I kept on getting more trip requests. If it wasn't meeting the quota of the dollar margin that I set, which was either $9 or an honorable mention of $8, then I wasn't gonna stop driving to the other location until I got a trip that was worthy enough of me stopping and accepting the trip request. Sometimes what I do realize Uber Eats does is that if you decline an order, it will combine two orders into one, which means you'll have to do two pickups and two drop-offs at separate locations, which is fine because if you're denying a $7 trip, then they'll bring a $15 or $16 trip request to you, and they'll pop it up on your dashboard, but it's really two different trips that you just denied combined into one, which is fine. I'll stop and I'll do that because then that helps me to get to my goal faster rather than keep doing $7 trips. Now I'm like, all right, boom, I just doubled it, and now I get $15 plus whatever separate tips from both different drop-offs that I'm getting. So it's helping me get to my location faster, right? So essentially, what I did do is after I did the $15 trips, I'll keep setting the margin a little higher. Then I'm like, all right, I won't stop for anything less than $11. And then really enough, it really will come. Like it will. It's almost like they're listening, right? It really will come. And as you can see here, I'm accumulating and I'm accumulating more money and more money. At the end of the 12 hours of this driving session, I got done around 9 p.m. Right, or 10, one of the two. I was able to make $222, and I started at zero for the day. So as you can see, that this is extremely doable. The best part about it is you can cash it out the day of after you finish driving. If you wanted to cash it out, you can cash it out as long as you set up your bank with Uber Eats or your card, your debit card or whatever. You can immediately withdraw that money and put it into your bank account. And I was able to withdraw all $400 worth of Uber Eats deliveries total revenue into my bank account, and I'll be using that to pay some of my bills. So, like I said, you guys, it's doable. I would do it if I were you, if I could. And as of right now, I haven't been able to do Uber Eats Drive. I mean, not Uber Eats Drive, Uber Drive. So as of right now, I'm just stuck doing Uber Eats. I don't know if it's because I have a Hyundai Veloster, so maybe that could be the reason why it's preventing me from doing Uber Drive. But as of right now, I think Uber Eats is just as lucrative. It's not too much of a hassle because you're not worrying about who's in your back seat or the type of people that you let in your vehicle. You know, you're pretty much just driving, food and stuff like that to customers. So if I were you, I'd get out there, do what I'm doing, and you never know. You might end up making more money than me. So I'm encouraging you guys to get out there and start driving for Uber Eats.